Before I talk about my 5 most important lessons, I want you to see my new studio. This is my first video from our new studio. I'm in the basement of my house, and what you see here is a legit recording studio. This is where I am recording my audiobook. This is where I'll be recording all of my new guided meditations and visualizations, and this is where I will record my podcast episodes. So my husband and I decided to stop playing small, and so I'm going full throttle with my career in 2024, and am beyond grateful to have the support that I have from my husband. All right, back to the topic at hand. I turned 47 on Christmas Day, and I have reflected on things I've learned during my lifetime more so this year than I think I ever have, and that's because of all of you and the insightful questions that you ask. So if you're much younger than me and you're watching right now and you want a glimpse into your future, here are the 5 most important lessons I've learned in all my years of living. And I say a glimpse into your future because the decisions you're making right now, those are creating your physical reality, okay? All right. Number 1 of the 5, stop spending your time doing things you don't want to do. Time is your most precious asset, so you need to own it. It's yours. No one is entitled to your time. I don't care who they are. If you don't want to give something or someone your time, don't do it. Now, I know some of you are going to chime in and say, hey, Paula, I've got kids. What am I supposed to do about that? Well, each decision we make creates our physical reality, and I knew a long time ago that I did not want children of my own, and time played a major role in that decision because when you have kids, you no longer really own your time. So that's something to consider if you're watching and you're torn about whether you should have children. But even if you do have kids, make as much time for yourself as you can. If we don't take optimal care of ourselves, we can't take care of anyone else. So guard your time, treat it as you would any expensive, tangible asset. And whatever you do, don't waste your time working at a job that makes you miserable. There are so many ways to make money these days. You can almost monetize anything. So if your job is ruining your life, think about alternatives to making money. They are out there. I promise you that. Second thing, stop doing things that make you feel bad. Old habits are hard to break because they often feel like part of our identity. But if something makes you feel bad, you are not supposed to be doing it, and there will be repercussions at some point. Have you ever heard that old country song, Everything I Love Is Killing Me? That's a song that comes to mind when I think about the bad habits I had to leave behind. Now, although they were fun, short-term fun, the long-term repercussions were the absolute opposite of fun. So stay away from short-term gratification and shoot for long-term benefits. Number 3, not everyone is for you. I can love and forgive people as a whole, but that doesn't mean I like them or want to associate. We are what we eat, but we're also who we associate with. The smaller your circle, the higher the quality of people. I guarantee that the wrong people will cause you a lot of unnecessary grief and unhappiness. You are not obligated to associate with anybody. You don't owe anyone anything, and you can't change anyone except yourself. 4, we attract what we are. Our life is a direct outcome of how we feel, the decisions we make, and our overall energetic vibe. When I realized I was in the driver's seat of my life because God gave me free will, I understood the reason for the stark differences in people's lifestyles. Life isn't supposed to be that freaking hard. We make it hard because we're taught that it's supposed to be hard. Yeah, we're going to get thrown curveballs because this is life, but we're always one decision away from choosing something better. With me, jealousy attracted a lot of heartache that came in tangible and non-tangible forms. Now, after I practiced forgiveness and gratitude for many years, I was finally able to let that jealousy go for good, and that was a decision that greatly enhanced the quality of my life. Anytime you feel mad or resentful about your life, go within. Figure out where you've taken wrong turns, and you'll find the solutions to get to the right turns. And no one can do this except you. Okay, number 5, our last one, meditation. Meditation is the key to everything. Meditation saved my life in more ways than one. What happens when we meditate is we get in touch with who we truly are, and all of us lose that at some point because of our daily interactions in society. When I started meditating, things started going my way more and more. My days got a little bit easier. Solutions to problems naturally emerged. I felt better. I felt lighter, more confident, and I was no longer afraid to be myself in any crowd. The main reason for all of these life-changing benefits is meditation increased my emotional intelligence. Managing your emotions healthily is the key to sustainable happiness and to successful manifestation. Flying off the handle over nothing will never do anyone any good. It's a frantic energy that matches to other things that are frantic and chaotic, and when you live your life that way, you're going to attract a lot of ridiculousness everywhere you turn. So, these are my 5 most important lessons. I could keep going because I've learned hundreds of them, but for the sake of time, I'll keep it at 5. If I could have known these 5 things when I was a kid, I might be the first female president of the United States of America right now. That's how significant these lessons have been to me.